If you're receiving this message, then you are one of my advisees. So I hope you know who I am. I'm Professor Eric Martin, and you must be a history major working on secondary ed certification. Maybe you are a general studies major. I bet there's a few liberal arts degrees in there too. And I just wanted to have a quick conversation in case we haven't met to give you some ideas about what this relationship is going to be like or could be like, and how you can take the most advantage of me. And really, the relationship is more or less whatever it is that you make of it. But I just wanted to remind you that you guys have access to me, even in this crazy COVID time, right? I'm still around. I'm just not around in the office. I'm around in the virtual office. And my virtual office number is Zoom Room 617-792-2281. All right. And I'm there during my office hours always. That's Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10:30 to 11:30. But you guys are free to make appointments with me. We can do that whenever that's convenient for you. You're also free to just attempt to drop in. I turn that office on a lot. It's on a lot in the mornings. It's on a lot in the afternoons. So if you can catch me in there, it'd be just like walking by my office, just trying to see, maybe his door is open. Maybe you pop in there and see. You'll be dropped into a waiting room. If I'm available, I'll answer. So that's how to have access to me. Let me talk and let me just kind of continue with this, with that virtual access. This semester, it is really important for all of us, you and me, to be really flexible because we're in the midst of some pretty big changes. Surprise, surprise. I don't have to tell you guys that. But I think it's really important for all of us to be flexible and to be adapting to the new situation, right? The I realize that some of y'all might be in a few more Zoom class formats than you'd really hoped for. I realize that some of y'all might even be in some sort of asynchronous online formats that you didn't bank on. Or that maybe it's just, you're not in class as often as you wanted to be. I get all that. Um, but we have to be flexible and we have to adapt. And there's no reason at all that any of that stuff should prevent you from learning the material. And there's no reason any of that stuff should prevent you from forming some kind of a relationship with me, even though we're talking through a video screen. And there's no reason that stuff should affect you forming a relationship with your classmates if that's what you want. It's different, and you're going to have to put a different kind of effort into it. But the platform's actually pretty cool, that we might need to use. I got to move around just a second, so I hope I don't give you any of y'all nausea. Um, I am a firm believer in that, adage you see hung up in locker rooms, right? It is what you make it. 100%. It is what you make it. And this semester, you have an opportunity to make it. Whatever this semester is, it's going to be because of the effort you put into it. Realistically, we're dealing with this again in the spring. It is possible we're dealing with it again in the fall. So let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Make something cool out of it. Okay. Now, a couple of other things about me being your advisor. At some point later in the semester, maybe I'll give some kind of these are the things you should be thinking about. But in the end, what I really want to say is I am your advisor. You can come to me with your academic questions, whether that's about dealing with a particular class or dealing with particular courses or how you need to take courses or your program plans. That's generally when I see people. But I need something from you, and that is I need you to make an effort to understand your own program plan. All right? I need you to make an effort to understand your own program plan. That way, I'm not explaining it all to you. I'm just advising you on the stuff that you don't quite understand, right? So everybody should have some kind of paperwork, whether you just printed that off of the website or you came up with it on your own, where you more or less have an idea about what classes you're supposed to take, more or less in what order, and you're kind of checking them off, and you got a pretty good idea of knowing where you're at and knowing where you're going. Now, there's some kinks in there, right? Because not all classes are offered every semester, so you might not know exactly. But if you have some kind of an idea that I need these classes next, I need these classes, it's a lot easier for this relationship to work. So I would appreciate if you'd spend just a little bit of time. Everybody ought to have a folder, whether it's on your computer or whether it's a real folder that is, at the minimum just says LCSE stuff, right? And in it, you've got a list of the classes you need to take. And then we can work with that. All right. Yeah, I'm just going through my notes here. It's already gone on a little longer than I really expected it to. I think that's all I have for you right now. I got some more stuff I really kind of wanted to talk about concerning some upcoming history courses. I'm rolling with an ancient history course in the spring. I haven't tried before, but I'll do a video on that. And then I'm doing something different with my History 102 courses. I'm gonna Unless something crazy happens, I'm going to try to teach them backwards and start with the present and move backwards. And this goes for the totally online ones too, and kind of see how that affects things. But I'll just have a bigger video on that stuff. But I know it's unbelievable, but it's already time to start thinking about the spring a little bit. I hope everything is going well for you so far this fall. You guys drop by the office, the virtual office. Again, that's 617-792-2281. And yeah, see you around campus. Good luck.